Hey, this is the chair guy. I don't always use open chords, but when I do it with as few fingers as humanly possible. And what I mean by that is I use one finger to hold down two strings. I don't know exactly who came up with this concept, but I know I heard that Tommy Emmanuel did it, so I gave it a shot, and it has really simplified the way that I make chords, particularly the A chords and the E chords, which is really great because when it comes to bar chords, you're usually going to be using your A chords and your E chords, and that really frees up more fingers to make other chords and color your chords and do things like that. Also, what I find is that my mind doesn't have to do as much because it's having to move fewer fingers. So not only is it freeing up my other fingers, but it's also just making it a little simpler when I'm jumping from chord to chord. And so this works really well with A minor, but you can also slide your index finger down to play A major, unless you just want to lay your finger down. I know a lot of people who play their A chords like that. And of course, E minor becomes E just by putting this finger down. So the E minor becomes a two-finger chord, and the A minor is also a two-finger chord. In fact, they're the same shape. So what you're doing is you're just taking a single finger and you're holding down the A and D strings at the second fret, and then for A minor you are holding down the D string and the G string at the second fret. And that probably looks kind of tricky at first, and a lot of people probably give up on it. But the secret to me is just don't try and do it the classical way. If your fingers are perfectly perpendicular to the fretboard as you do kind of in classical playing, it's going to be very hard, you know, where you're holding it down with the very tip of your finger. But if you're at a bit of an angle like this, it's not terribly hard, and this has just really simplified the way I move between chords and the way I color my chords, just because I do have more fingers to work with. For instance, with my E minor, I can come down here and I can color my chords with frets that I usually couldn't reach if I was trying to hold it like this. It's much harder to get my pinky down there. And this has just really transformed the way that I play both open chords and bar chords. So give it a try. I am going to do more videos on this later. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel. And check out Musical Chair System for, you know, diagrams and stickers and all that fun stuff. I will see you guys later.